Hey guys, this is Live It, Love It, Be It with Ayana Abakah. Hey everyone, happy new week. I hope everyone had a great week. I hope that you had a great weekend, whatever you did, all of the things. I hope it was awesome. This week, we are talking about slowing down. Slowing down. So this particular podcast is dedicated to my mamas in particular. My baby baby mamas. Yeah, this is dedicated to you. Even if you're not a mom, I believe that, you can relate, you can receive, you know what I'm talking about when it comes to slowing down. For me, this past week was very much a week of slowing down. Not to be too much of any TMI or anything. I think one of the reasons why I slowed down a little bit because it was that week that every woman goes through, if you know, you know. I think my body forced me to slow down too. But I think one of the things with that is sometimes I would put pressure on myself to where it's like, I don't want to slow down. I have so much to do. I got to-do lists on to-do lists on to-do lists on to-do lists. Like I got my to-do list. I got to-do lists for the family. I got to-do lists for the girls individually and together. I got to-do lists on business stuff that I want to do. I got to-do lists for the house. I got to-do lists. So it's like when you are in a way forced to slow down or you're like slow down, it's like for me, in the back of my head, my mind is always running of the things that I could do. But I didn't feel that this week. I was okay. I was like, okay, I slowed down. I don't feel like it. I'm good. I have a weekly newsletter where I started doing I started doing a newsletter, and it's like one of those things that it's forcing me to like get out of my, I guess, box and comfort zone and all of that. So it's like that weekly challenge in a way. And for this particular newsletter, like I was coming up towards the end of the week and I was like, I don't know what to write. I was like, Lord, I don't know what to write. It's just been like a whatever week. It was kind of blah. It was good, but it was like, I didn't really do nothing this week. I was just chilling and, I got my little stuff done, but, what do I talk about? And in particular, it was just like, I talked about slowing down. But then at the end of the newsletter, I like to put like what the next week's podcast topic would be about. And I also had no idea what I was going to be talking about with this podcast. So I sent out the newsletter. I was like, I don't know what I'm talking about, y'all, but I was like, God gonna drop something. I know He is. And even I think up to Saturday, I didn't know. And then God was just like, talk about what you talked about on the newsletter. Talk about slowing down and how it's okay to slow down. And I was like, you know what? That's right. You're right. Because I don't know who's listening, or I don't know how many people possibly, I know a lot of people go through things like this of, always going on to the next thing. We're always busy, especially if you have children. There's always something going on. I'm a homeschool mom. Haven's in gymnastics, which is crazy. Last week, part of slowing down, we didn't even go to gymnastics because it was like a flash flood watch the whole day in our area. And they were talking about, it wasn't good for driving and blah, blah, blah. I took it at face value and I was like, I'm staying at home, because one thing with me, I am not a person who likes driving in the rain. I do it if I have to, if I get caught out there. But if I got to go in the rain, I'm like, we good. Especially in Atlanta, y'all people don't know how to drive in the rain. It's like it gets 10 times worse than it already is. So we stayed home and slowed down even in that. And it was just like, I don't know, it was just a week of I was okay with the slowdown. I was instead of trying to figure out the next thing, or I feel like I should be doing this, or I feel, it was just like, okay, all right. I even, y'all know I've been on that 4 o'clock kick, waking up real early and working out and all of that. That did not happen last week. Not one day. Every day last week I worked out in the afternoon. And before, I would feel like really guilty because it's like I made a commitment and I said this and da 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 da, and I want to stick by this, and I'm not even sticking by what I said. I didn't care. I was like, well, at least I'm working out. I got every workout done. I was finishing, like, this was the last week of this training program that I was doing, and I did it. And then I also committed to getting 10,000 steps a day. Like y'all know, I talked about it before. I still got my 10,000 steps in every day. So I did things, but it wasn't necessarily on this schedule that I had set for myself. And I was okay with that. I was okay with sleeping in. My kids let me sleep in. And sleeping in is not like, 10 o'clock, I'm still asleep. Sleeping in is like 7. And then, I remember I did like take a nap in the middle of the day a couple of times. Yeah. But I was okay. I was okay with that. I was okay with the slowdown. And I was just like, what is going on? Because it felt weird. It kind of felt weird in a way to be at peace with it too. Because I was like, I should be doing this. I'm like, but I'm okay with not. And then like if I did have like certain things to do, I would still do it, but it would be maybe not in the time that I would usually do it. So it's like I would try to get like certain things done like earlier in the day, but I may not have done it till like maybe 6 or 7 o'clock that evening or whatever. Like if it's something on the computer or sending something out or just doing different things. And I was okay with that. And I don't know, I feel like this week in a way, kind of, it shook up because I'm very much a schedule person, and I like to keep myself on a schedule because it's like, especially with being home and the way everything is so different. So it's like I've created a certain schedule, but to shake it up a little bit, it was like just going with the flow of God. Let's go. Like, it's okay to pause. It's okay to maybe not do this when you think you should. Do it when I said, or, a little bit later. Like, it's okay. That is like one of the biggest things from this week that I got. And just rest. Like, being okay to rest, and I like, listen, I'm a nap girl. I love a good nap. If you know me, I love a good nap, but I also like being productive. So it's like the nap is usually my reward, but this week it was kind of like, I don't feel like it. I'm going to go take a nap. I don't know. It just, I guess all of this is like, whoever's listening, like, it's okay to take a pause. It is okay to take a pause and slow down and enjoy the slower process of things. I know everybody doesn't have that luxury. I know everybody's not a stay-at-home mom. I know some people are working moms. Some people are single moms. I understand all of those things. However, finding time for yourself, even in those things, it could be when your kids are all at night, they're sleeping, I remember I've said that before, or I've seen it online before too. Like, people will suggest like, yeah, when your kids go to sleep, get certain things done or take time for yourself. And the answers and the comments would be like, well, my kid doesn't go to bed till like 11 o'clock at night, or my kid such and such, so I don't even ever have time for myself. And I would be like, huh? What? I was like, man. And for me, like, if that is the case, I would say create a schedule for your kid. Like, there's nothing wrong with creating a schedule. Because listen, my children are in bed by 7:30, 8 o'clock every night. And some people look at me like I'm crazy, but it works. Like, trust me, it works. And then, they need their sleep. They need a good 12 hours. So, this going to bed late and waking up early, and like, just imagine a kid going to bed, or child, excuse me, stop calling them a kid, a child going to sleep at 12 and then waking up at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. Cause like my daughter Nova, she is a 7:30 child. What if she went to sleep at 12, 1 o'clock? That's only 6 hours of sleep. That's why they cranky and getting on your nerves every day, because they not getting enough sleep. So setting a bedtime, and with you setting that bedtime, it gives you the opportunity to have that time for yourself. So you can pause, so you can rest, so you can fill yourself up, so you can be, a functioning adult for yourself and for other people. So I know that everybody doesn't necessarily have that luxury to pause, but you can create that luxury to pause. You can create that luxury to pause with your schedule. You can create that luxury to pause with your children's schedule. You can create that luxury to pause with, having honest conversations with your support system. Like, hey, I need a break. And, because you can't fill, or you can't fill, you can't fill from an empty cup. I can't fill and function and do anything with my children with an empty cup. So every day I'm constantly filling myself up with the word of God, filling up myself up with some rest, filling myself up with the things that I need to do to make sure that I can function, because I'm with them every single day. And I feel like last week was just a good week of really pausing, not just at night, but just even pausing and going with the flow during the day with them, and filling myself up in ways that, probably haven't even done in a while. Even this weekend, there was a women's fellowship at my church, and the conversation was on self-care, different ways of self-care, and not necessarily going on a shopping spree, getting a massage, not all those things. It was, the different forms of self-care. How do you fill up, in particular ways of the both instances. They talk to women who, one mom, she has a child with a special need, and how she's able to, fill up, and how she's able to take care and do all the things, And then another mom slash wife, she is a caretaker to a family member, and, her sharing her testimony on that. And then after, I went to an impromptu lunch with some friends, and we sat in the restaurant and talked for hours. And it was a great conversation. And we were just like, the conversation, so many things came out of the conversation. Sometimes you're thinking that you're the only person that's going through something, or you're the only person that might be thinking a certain thing or whatever. And then you have a conversation with your good friends, and it's like, man, oh, I didn't know. Like, and we were able to fill each other's cup. And even today, while I'm filming, today's Sunday as I'm filming slash recording, we did a little bedside Baptist today. It was cold. It was very cold. And sometimes I don't like taking the girls out when it's like super cold. I think it did warm up in the afternoon a bit, but it was like, and then I woke up, I had like a little sinus. I was just like, yeah, I'm going to watch it online today. But Sylvester ended up, he was like, oh, I need to go to Costco. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, yeah, I don't feel like going. I was just like, I'm really tired. My nose is bothering me. I'm just not feeling it. And then he was like, okay, well, I'm going to go. And he's like, I could take the girls. And I was like, you can take the girls? And I was so quick to be like, well, no, they can stay with me. It's okay. And immediately, as I was about to say it, God was like, shut up. Like, what are you doing? I am giving you an opportunity to be at home by yourself, to have a moment by yourself. You don't get those moments a lot. Well, like, what are you doing? Let him take the girls. Let him have his moment with them and his time with them, and it ended up they spent the whole weekend together because they were together on Saturday and then Sunday as well. But yeah, let him. And I stayed home and I worked out. I was on the treadmill. I did like my 2 mile walk. I was watching my show, The Chosen. I'm still trying to catch up because season 4 is in theaters now. And I'm trying to catch up to still be able to catch it in theaters. So, yeah, I watched like 2 episodes of The Chosen. I talked about it before, but if you don't know what The Chosen is, it's basically a Bible series about Jesus's life and his teachings and the different things that went on and all. It's so good. It's so good. If you have Amazon Prime, it's on Amazon Prime. Yeah, seasons 1 through 3. It's so good. I'm going to keep plugging The Chosen. This is not an ad or anything like that. It's just a really good show. Like, it's been really blessing me. But yeah, I was able to watch that and just fill my cup. Fill my cup because I allowed myself to slow down. And it was okay. I had a great weekend, and the week that I had was interesting. It had its difficult moments. It had its uncomfortable moments. I had like certain conversations that was uncomfortable, but a lot of growth came out of it. And then the cherry on top was just the weekend of my cup continuing to be filled because I allowed myself and I allowed God, of course, to slow me down this week and just pause. I was able to still get certain things done work wise, family wise, with the girls and all of that. But it was just at a slower pace and I was okay. I was okay with that. I was so much at peace with that instead of putting so much pressure on myself to just keep going, because we do that as women. Unfortunately, we do that. We're constantly thinking about everyone else all the time and all the stuff that we have to do to make sure that everything flows and everything functions with our families. But we don't think about ourselves a lot. And we need to think about ourselves. We need to be full. We need to fill up. We need to have some self-care that is not necessarily getting your hair and your nails done. Some spiritual self-care, some, bonding self-care, some friendship advancement self-care, all of those things. So, yeah, slow down, girl. Slow down. Take a pause, take a chill, drink some water, take a walk, take a nap, whatever you need to do, slow down. It's okay. The to-do list will be there. You can get to it tomorrow or maybe never, but slow down. All right? Slow down. So yeah, that's what I got for this week. That's how everything was. And I pray that, who's ever listening, you received that, especially my moms. Especially my moms. I know you got a lot going on. I know that constantly we're trying to do all the things and be the best for our children, for our family, to make sure that they have an exceptional life and have a life beyond what we could have ever imagined as children. We're all aiming for that. But in that, remember to take care of yourself because you're important first. You first. Because you can't run yourself ragged. How are you gonna take care of them? So remember you first. So yeah. But I love y'all. I love y'all. I hope you received, and I received it too. I'm listening to myself like, dang girl, that's good, honey. Yes. Take care of yourself. But if you have any questions, any whatever, feedback, whatever, you can email me at hello@ayanaabakah.com. Follow me online at I am Ayana Abakah at LLB every day. Yeah, that's it, y'all. That is it. Y'all have a great week. Make this week a great one. Believe that it's going to be a great one. Speak over your life. Speak over your life this week. Speak over your week. Speak over your children. Speak over your family. Speak over your spouse. Speak over everything. Today's going to be a great week. I mean, not yet. Today's going to be a great day. This week is going to be a great week. Doors are being opened that no man can shut. God is good. You're at peace. You're at rest. Your cup is full. You're able to pour out and bless others. All is well. I love y'all, and I will talk to y'all next week.